It's interesting being an herbalist because it's just even going for a walk and seeing what's on the side of the road is so gorgeous. I love gardens, but like better than any garden. It's amazing. Look at all this that's here. Yellow dock and thistle and yarrow and just so much here. An olive bush tree. Just gorgeous. Like nature knows what she's doing. That's for sure. So my house is just up there. But there's a bunch of trails on the other side of that house. There, that's my neighbor's house. And Red Barn's right across the street from my house. And then the river is over here, right on the end of these bushes here. And then I'm walking down here, and the river comes through here. And I just got to come down and visit. If I don't go on the other walk, where there's just a whole, it's just like herbs galore down there, and there's a pond over there. And there's a grove of trees that I have a big connection with. I was waving to him and he thought I needed something. But usually there's like turtles that are crossing here. A lot of us have to stop, so maybe he thought I was stopping him for a little tortuga, a little turtle. Yeah, we have to help them move along sometimes because people get impatient. So I'm just walking you to the little spot. And I go to the school, and on the other side there's a meadow over there that's really gorgeous, and you can see all the water. So we're kind of surrounded, and I moved here in 2017, and I definitely was meant to be on this land because we ended up just moving down the street and still connecting to the same nature spirits, those tree spirits I was starting to mention, and these waters. And, we're lucky we don't live far from the beaches, like 15 minutes. But we do have to, starting to look a little swampy. Usually it's flowing a little better, but this time of year, lots of goldenrod and mugwort and wild roses, and here's the olive. See that underside is kind of a silvery color there. Beautiful. And there is usually a beaver in here. I haven't seen him for a while. I hope he's still here. He could have moved along somewhere else. I don't think I'm going to walk over to the meadow today. I'm tired and it's buggy. But yeah, starting to get a little stagnant this time of year. Headed towards August. And so many just wild medicines here. I wouldn't pick it, it's on the side of the road, but you can connect to it just going for a walk and just talking to them and seeing what comes to you. A lot of crab apple, and I think there's a hawthorn somewhere in here too. Can't see it right now, but yeah. And then I just walk over to the school and walk around their track, and then the meadow's over there. There's the yellow dock. It's kind of that brown colored one there, and you can use all the seeds. People use those actually to bake with, and then the roots are really helpful for retaining, for your body to soak in the iron that it receives. And helps with digestion and I don't even know what that is. That's cool. I feel like I see a different plant every time I come out. Like I just discovered tansy. Oops. Sorry. I just discovered tansy down the road. I didn't know we had that here. Really beautiful. It kind of looks like this goldenrod, but it's bigger, taller around here. The goldenrod will get really tall too. And goldenrod has lots of uses. I know people use it for a dye plant, but it's also good for a lot of other things. I know, like, some people use it in allergy season. Oh, and there's some Queen Anne's. Lots of Queen Anne's over there. Queen Anne's lace, the white ones. They have that little black spot in the middle, so you can tell it's Queen Anne's. More yarrow. Yarrow looks a little bit like Queen Anne's, but it has the feathery leaves. And there's a lot of yarrow around here. It's a protection plant. And is that red cedar? I think that's red cedar. But there's also juniper down here. I've been making some of my sacred sprays with the juniper. And look at all this. So beautiful in there. I forget what the purple flowers are. They're not medicinal, but it's like vetch or something. I don't even know. But they're just really pretty. And I love these like dead trees, and there's always, or I should say usually, all kinds of birds landing on there. Little falcons and crows. And then there are 2 little ponds. And in the spring, there's all the baby birds. There's a lot to look at. And that might be the, what is it called? Blackthorn. My brain isn't working right now. Buckthorn? Something like that. Yeah, we went to the beach and I came home and took a nap. I thought, well, it's time to take a walk. All these beautiful. Oh, so lucky. Anyway, I just wanted to take you with me, exploring even the sides of the roads where we live. You can, if you have a lot of houses and sidewalks, things can be growing up in the sidewalks, and oh, no pretty. Look at the size of that. Oh, there's the juniper. My lovely friend. I'll take you up here, show you the river, and then we'll be done. This is so lovely in the spring when all of the trees are lit up with their flowers. All the wild apple all up and down here. It's so beautiful. So many friends. Almost there. Yeah, so going for a walk, and maybe you're thinking about all the things you have to do, and then just start to get curious and connect with the plants and start to visit whatever one's called to you over and over again. And then you'll develop a relationship with them. I just love these. They're just beautiful pollinator plants. The sky gets really pretty here. I want to take you to show you the little rambling river. That's so nice. And this little pond is usually in the spring is very clear. Right now it's that season, everything's getting all the algae. So it's green and all the babies have grown up. But here's my lovely willow friend. Willow trees are kind of a totem for me, or a special friend since I was little. Always finding myself by the willows, and I love to stand under them and talk to them. And then even if it's not windy, they start brushing your face, and they just like to say hello. And you can talk to them, and they're very responsive. So, oh, you can see it over there. There it is right there. And there's a hiking trail. So I can either go around to the school and to the other side of the track and then see the whole sprawl of the river that way. Or if you go past our house, there's another trail to the right. It gets kind of grown over a lot this time of year, and it can be very wet, but that will go all the way out to the water. So we're pretty lucky. These aren't my horses, but we live on a horse ranch, and so there's lots of trails for the horses, and they're always riding up and down the road with their buggies, and people board their horses here. And then behind us there's the Morgan horses. Isn't that pretty? And here's the tansy that I was making friends with earlier. And then we'll end. The water over there, it's like a painting. Should paint it one of these days. I've been doing some watercolor, but look at these. Isn't that amazing? Tansy. I'm gonna go sit with Tansy for a little bit, see what I discover. She's a beauty. So, anyway, enjoy. Look at all those colors. Maybe send me a picture of what you discover on your walk. There's the moon up there. I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. Please let the light shine down on me. Shine on the ones I love. All right, good night. Many blessings.